Well, after a month of legal ping pong, Texas is back in federal court to try and restore the controversial immigration enforcement law, Senate Bill 4.
Now, today saw the most significant arguments yet as judges confront the question of the law's constitutionality. Our Ryan Chandler takes us to the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals in New Orleans.
Protest in New Orleans.
We hope that the judges would listen to legal precedent.
As Texas takes the fight over the border back to federal court. While defending Texas's power to arrest and deport illegal immigrants, the state's attorney acknowledged that Texas may have pushed the legal limits.
They have tried to develop a statute that goes up to the line of Supreme Court precedent, but allows Texas to protect the border. Now, to be fair, maybe Texas went too far, and that's the question this court's going to have to decide.
The three-judge appeals panel weighing the constitutionality of the law after blocking it from taking effect last month.
It makes all of our communities less safe.
Back in Austin, immigrant advocates are already wary.
The conversations are really about fear, about whether they're going to be separated from their family, about whether if they're currently in an immigration process and they have a work permit and they have a driver's license and they have a job, if they're going to be affected by this law, which they may be.
Texas sought to downplay those concerns in court, clarifying the statewide law would almost exclusively be enforced on the border.
There wouldn't be probable cause in almost all cases unless a Texas officer sees somebody crossing the border.
The case is nearly certain to end up in front of the Supreme Court.
That was Ryan Chandler reporting. Now, we're not certain when the court may issue that ruling, but the law's author says he fully expects the case to go to the Supreme Court no matter what happens. Over 200 migrants have been arrested after breaching a border gate at the Rio Grande near El Paso late last month. According to El Paso District Attorney Bill Hicks, dozens of migrants tore down a razor wire fence and pushed past a group of Texas National Guard members. They were stopped by a steel fence where law enforcement gained back control and took them into custody. DPS troopers arrested 214 people. Governor Greg Abbott instructed DPS troopers to arrest every migrant involved for, quote, criminal trespass and destruction of property for that breach. The governor also said he dispatched over 700 National Guard troops to El Paso after that incident.